Welcome back to another devlog. I'm Woots and this is Neville, and today we'll be doing some level design. So let's get into it.
WOTS, Woots.
The past few weeks I've been doing a lot of thinking about the game and how I wanted to design the map. Keeping in theme with the toaster oven character, I wanted to place him in a kitchen, and for simplicity's sake, I wanted to keep the map symmetrical and in line with what we already have in the game. I went to this crazy website called Google, maybe you've heard of it, and started to research kitchens.
I know it kind of sounds ridiculous, like, why am I researching kitchens when I can just go walk into my own kitchen? And the reason I do that is because when I was in college, it was drilled into me pretty heavily, like, when you're creating something, to take the time and actually study what it is that you're making. I personally think that this helps with the creative process, and can have a huge effect in the final results.
3D model kitchens, cartoony kitchens, the VeggieTales countertop, modern kitchens, 80s kitchens. I looked at anything I could think of to help inspire how I wanted this kitchen to look. Once I picked out a few things I liked, I jumped into Photoshop to doodle out what I was thinking. Let me walk you through the concept art. The enemies will spawn in their 4 normal places, and I had little hatches here, or little hinges here, where the enemies would hit it and it would flap open and then would close when they passed by. I am not 100% sold on that, if I can get it right. There are also some things that changed as I was putting the level together. Like I was going to put a hinge here on the fridge, but the way the enemies are programmed, it wasn't working correctly, so I scrapped that idea. And I made the fridge shorter, so the enemies could just walk right off. Same thing with the cabinet over here. I made the cabinet shorter, and the enemies walk right off, and they go attack the tower. Which I don't know what the tower is going to be yet, so if anyone has any ideas for a tower, drop it in the comments. I'll take a look. I'm open to all suggestions. Still don't know what the frick it's going to be. So it's a simple kitchen setup. I got some cabinets down here, cabinets up here, a fridge here, some shelves, and then a window here. I wanted to put a nice little sky in the background. And then I wanted to use some Unity cloth physics and make some nice curtains for the window. Once I had my concept down, I started modeling. For this project, my goal was to model the whole level together, since it is relatively small. I started by bringing my toaster oven for scale and then creating the window. Once I finished that, I took it over to Unity to start prepping the level for the incoming models. To make sure my models were getting placed correctly into the game, I used a single model with all the components and used it as a reference in Unity. I then saved and placed all the models separately so I could individually adjust the objects into the game. When I was originally picking the colors for this level, I started off with a lot of beige and warmer colors. However, I wasn't liking how it was looking, so I went back to the trusty Google and started researching kitchen color combinations. I didn't want something super plain and boring, so once I found a reference I liked for the colors, I recreated many elements from that reference into the level. When it comes to my game's art style, I've been using gradients, hard lines for details, and a little bit of grunge with low opacity to help break it up. This simple art style is a direction I took so I didn't have to spend long amounts of time on each texture, and I like how it looks. I used Adobe Color to help me find complementary colors. It's actually a really good website if you're trying to find some good colors for your game. After much effort, I finally have my level to a place that I like. Let's compare the before and after just for fun. Plus, it's really cool to see the difference from where we started to where we are now. There are some elements I will need to go back in and change, such as the placeholder sky that is rotating around the level, as well as eventually adding on more decorations in the kitchen, but that will be later in development. With all that said, this is where we're going to wrap up the devlog today. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope this gave you a little insight on how I design levels. If you enjoyed the devlog, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time.